Discussing about Mindtap, its features and benefits to both instructors and students. In order for us to meet today's new needs of the students and the professors as well. So, first and foremost, Mindtap is an engaged premium digital solution that provides improved and advanced learning experience. Mindtap, it gives an instructors a full control to his or her course through customizing the content based on what he or she needs or wants to attain. So it gives them the access also to modify the preloaded activities embedded here. For the students, we all know students have difficulty in time management, and of course, we all know that the distractions are everywhere. So they need right tools, or right tools are very essential for them to meet their needs, or in order for them to surpass all of the challenges of today's environment. So Mindtop. This is the interface of Mindtop. So I would be showing you on how to navigate the Mindtop and to further enhance or to use the tools that will give you full access or full control to your courses. Also, it will there are also tools here that you'll be needing in order for you to make great engagement to your students as well. So here, upon opening Mindtap, you'll see here that you'll be directed to start a tour or skip. You have the option to start the tour for you to check or to see the brief information on how to navigate it. So for the purpose of this demonstration, I'll skip this one. So this is the interface. We have three parts here for Mindtap. This one is the learning path view, wherein instructors can customize, they can edit the way that they want the course to flow. So the professors have the capacity or ability to insert or customize it the way they want it to be seen by their students. This side is the grade book, which the instructors give full access instantly to the grades or the performances of their students. You can easily track the students and help them to achieve the better scores or better grades. Lastly, these are the app docs. This is the app docs. These are the additional resources included in each titles or in each book that the professor or the instructors preferred. So take note that in each title given here, there are different types of learning materials included. So for this book, I'll be using organizational behavior. These are the additional resources embedded here. So I'd like to start by showing you how to make reading engagement. If the professor is struggling to make their students read, in which the case is common to all of the professors, since students are having hard time to make or to read in advance or study in advance. So if we would like them to study in advance, there are features here in Mindtap that we could use and may be helpful for them. So here we have to click the edit button for us to customize some contents available here. So for example, here go to learning path view, click the reading materials. For example, we're going to go to part 1 or chapter 1 of the reading materials. You can easily expand all or simply collapse all depending on your type. You can individually check it one by one on what is the content of each chapter or each part. So let's go to the reading materials available here. For example, for chapter 1, overview of organizational behavior. Here you could be directed to the reading materials as soon as it loaded. You could choose where to go. For example, let's go to the first one, the meaning of what is organizational behavior. So here you can see the edit mode or the pencil icon, in which you can edit the reading materials based on what you want to add or to include in your reading materials that you would like your students to read in advance. So as you can see, as pure picture, is colorful, it's still engaging, but you want them to make it more engaging or make it more interesting for them. So let's try to edit some or add some interactive materials such as video. So let's try by you can add activities such as this one, Kultura, Google Drive, RSS feed, video search, homework, web link, assessment, and Microsoft OneDrive. For this purpose, I'd like to show you the video search, in which could make the reading materials more engaging or more interesting for them through the use of video materials. So we can start by searching organizational behavior or the topic that you would like to include here. So let's try to search. So there are organizational behavior contents here. For example, this one, intro to organization. You want to include this one, click this button, then continue. So you can write or insert text. For example, watch this. Watch this in advance. So you can create or insert text before the video or your instruction. Right after this one, for example, then answer quiz 1. So you can try to add some instructions for them, then continue. Here. Automatically, the video will be included in the reading material here and the meaning of organizational behavior. So right in the place you put it there. Then the good thing with this one, the students will not have to direct to YouTube to view this one. They can easily view it here inside the reading material, so that the distraction of going to any other materials or YouTube videos would be limited, since it's just embedded here in the reading material. So of course, students would like to see engaging or more interesting things rather than reading. So this one, if you think this one is really could help them enhance their knowledge about organizational behavior through using or through the use of this video material, then we could really encourage them to read. Yeah. So you could also, other things that you could do also here is to highlight some phrases or some text that you think is important or could help your students in their learning. So take note that the orange highlight is for instructors and can automatically be shared to your student. So in this case, you could help them their study habits. You can also write notes, for example. For example, let's highlight this one, then add note. Then instantly click this button to share this with the student and click save, and they can automatically see it. In this case, student will see more interaction with their professors rather than the ordinary reading materials that they have to do independently. In this case, a student would appreciate more of what you have prepared for them. So there. For example, you want to of course you want them to read this one. All you have to do is to click the box here. You can easily do batch actions through the use of the through clicking the main box of the first chapter, or what chapter you would prefer to have. But for this purpose, I would just click this one, and you can easily edit the dates, or wherein you will make it available for the students to view. Or this one, and the due date for them to have for you to have reinforcement, to reinforce the reading. So until this level 59. So click save. So if you would just put dates on it, students will really be forced to read this one since it has a deadline to it. Then if you just if they just go here to the week view, in which is the other type of view, this one's the outline view, this one's the week view, they could easily see what is the activity due for the certain week, for this week, April 22 to April 28. So it's easier for them to track the activities that they need to access. So it makes, or it gives the students more engagement with the materials. Next, if you would like to add quizzes for the students, but you are worried about the cheating, or of course the possibility of them copying one another questions, you can also do. Mindtap has a tool for it, for you to limit or prohibit the cheating, so that even anywhere they will access it, or anytime they will access it, there will be no hesitations for you to assign certain quizzes, since you have the options, or you have the edit options to make or to change the grading options here. So let's start by, for example, you would like to prepare, or you would like to assign a quiz already embedded here in the course or learning path view. So for example, if you would like to assign this one, you could simply click the edit button to it, see the edit options. You can limit the number of attempts to one, or to what you prefer. So for you to have to ensure that cheating will be prohibited, I might as well have the attempts to one. Then make a time limit for this activity. Then you can shuffle the questions and not show the additional resources by not clicking the checkbox. Hide the question labels as well, and do not show the custom feedback right after they answer certain parts. So you can publish this one. When you're done, you can publish it. Then you can set the availability date where the students can access it. For example, 8 o'clock until whole day. Then click the save button. So right after clicking the save button, you students will also already see the due date and if its time limit. So the students would know what to expect to this quiz. So they can also see it in their week view here, so they can access, so that they can see easily what activities they need to access. So there's the due date available. Another way of giving quizzes, that additional quizzes that you want to provide, you could use the test banks. You could use the see now option here. So this one will provide you additional sets of questions from the test bank. So if you're not yet satisfied with the quizzes or the activities embedded already here or preloaded here, you can use the see now button for you to access activities or for you to deploy assignments or quizzes that you can edit as well the grading options. So you can start by creating assignment. And for example, you would like to have a test. Rename your test, continue, then you have to choose a content. For example, this one, the test bank is available. You have to choose what chapters you want to include, what units you have to include. For example, 1 and 2. Continue. And you will see you can filter the questions. The availability, difficulty available are moderate. The gradability is manual, automatic. Questions values are generated, not algorithmic. Okay, so you have this for each type of questions: multiple choice, true or false, fill in the blank, essay, and matching. You can filter the questions available to preview. So for example, you would like to just give them the multiple choice, true or false, and fill in the blank, 0 essay, then matching for, so continue, for you to choose what questions you want to deploy to them. In previewing the questions, you can just simply click the item, then at the bottom part you will see what is it all about, what is the question all about. You can easily check my work. Click the check my work icon to see what is the correct answer as well. So added tool for you to see if the answer is correct. So if this one is okay with you, then you can simply include it to the questions that you want. Then another feature that's available here is to have or to create a pool of questions wherein the system will automatically choose what questions to deploy for certain students, so that we are sure that students from section student A and section B would not have the same answers or wouldn't have the chance to have the same sets of questions. So you could just simply select the pool of questions or as many as you want. So create a new pool from selected question. So you have to create, so you can rename it to question pool 1. So for example, 1 point each question. How many questions you would like to select? For example, for this pool you want to select 2. So you can just simply create. Then here it will appear here that the system or the platform itself will choose 2 out of the 7 question sets that you have provided here that the students will access. So we are sure that none of them will have the same sets of questions. So for example, we're already done here. You can just simply continue. You can also check or the grading system here. You could check the assignments, the number of takes you would allow them. If it's time limited, for example, we would like to limit it to 10 minutes since it's a 3-item quiz only. If you want to input password for the students to take it, so that only those who know the password could take the assignment. Possible score is 1 point each, so total of 3 items. 3. So scoring when multiple takes are allowed. Of course, no need to change it since we only allow 1 time, but you have the option to use the best one or last one. Then here, questions, you can regenerate algorithmic questions, meaning each students would have different sets of exams, either for first take and or for each take. So you could check or click never. So this one, we can also shuffle questions for each student in each take, and we could hide question labels. so that they will not see labels for the each questions. So feedback after assignment, you would like to have, or you would like to share the results of their assignments, but not immediately. You can set dates where they can see it. For example, after the due date of each assignment. For example, for this one, the due date would be, for example, we would like it to be on 29th, as well as the correct answers, but you would like to have set it the same. So if you would like to have this default type of question sets, you could easily create this as a new set, so that in each time you would create new quizzes or new activities, you could just simply select this test set that you have created, if you would like to have it the default setting, or you could just simply create this. So let's try to save it as a new set. For example, this is the default sets for quizzes. Save it. Then you have already created a default test set. This is the default test set. Then if you would like the one that we have edited a while ago, so just simply click the for quizzes or the name that you have created, then create the test. Okay. The next is to add and create activity. Click the activity. Then it is from Sino Homework. In order for the students to see it, you have to add it or to include it in the learning path view. Unless otherwise, they won't see it. So this is the quiz that we have created. Continue. So you have the option to see again how you would edit, or how would you want to the students would take it and the grading system for it. So if it's okay, then click continue. Yeah. So all you have to do is set the availability date, for example, then the due date as well. So make sure to know where you would like to have it placed. For example, this is after the overview of organizational behavior reading material. So we would like to associate the location to be. So you have the option to have it placed before the assessment, self-assessment. Then click add. You will see that there is already quiz 1 before self-assessment, or right after this one. An overview of organizational behavior. So also students can see it here from their weeklist view. Again, this is the easiest way to access all the activities that they have to do. So these are some of the tools that will really help you to encourage your students to read certain materials and the reading materials available here in Mindtap, and as well as to be sure or to ensure oneself that you can provide quizzes that will prohibit students on cheating. Thank you.